In America, we are currently living through a major recession, an economic crisis with struggles that we have not seen in over 3 decades. It may not be the Great Depression, but it's devastating for millions of Americans. In Orange County, one of the fastest growing counties in New York, we've been hit hard. About 11% of our residents, including 18% of children under 17, are living below the poverty level. Add to this a new and emerging group of people who work and have worked hard all their lives, but find it hard to make ends meet. This group of working poor knows that all it takes is a single emergency, and they lose everything. Catholic Charities Community Services, through its alliances and collaboration with groups like the Department of Social Services, local parishes, Orange County businesses, and volunteers, is working hard to provide critical services to improve these people's lives.
I would hate to imagine a county without charitable organizations such as Catholic Charities. I mean, they bring resources to the table that allow the government to really expand our network and our service delivery. We're serving many more people as a result of charitable organizations, and their role in the safety net that we provide is unbelievable.
Catholic Charities offers a broad range of services throughout Orange County. They help the hungry, the homeless, the emotionally and physically handicapped, immigrants, and the vulnerable.
We provide a continuum of services, including outpatient treatment for individuals with substance use disorder. We have an employee assistance program. We have an early learning center, immigration services. We have a resource exchange program. We have adopt a family services. We also have an emergency food and shelter program, which helps distribute food and clothing.
People need access to even more than the government can provide. And this is where Catholic Charities fills that unmet void.
We provide just a little bit of assistance to people, and that goes a long way in helping them maintain their dignity and autonomy.
Imagine having to choose between paying the rent or putting food on the table. People in Orange County rely upon Catholic Charities and its partners for vital food services, from food pantries to emergency food assistance.
Food service programs is really a new program that the Catholic Charities has started, and it really is meeting a need in the community. You've seen the economy dip, you've seen our joblessness go up, and people are really living on the edge now, the edge of poverty in this county. And so Catholic Charities stepped in and helped them put food on their tables. And I think a big piece of that program is what Catholic Charities has been able to do from a corporate perspective. They've gone out and they've gotten corporate donors like ShopRite to step up and really make a difference. And without ShopRite, without their help, without the donations they make, these food pantries wouldn't be possible.
This is Marietta Allen. I'm the executive director of the St. Francis of Assisi Food Pantry. We have about 2,000 families that are registered with us, and we give away approximately 8 tons a week of food, household items, and accessory kind of things that families would need. We have so many families that come that it actually takes us 3 days to make enough bags to give out to everyone. But the volunteers are the core. We need good people that could follow directions, that are very giving, generous people who, on a moment's notice, has to be able to go do something bizarre because something needs to be done urgently. So that's really the most important component of our work. For years, I've wanted to connect to some corporate interest that might be able to help us here. Catholic Charities provided me, they were like a catalyst that allowed me to connect to ShopRite, and they set up an arrangement for me to go in and do a good-sized presentation to ShopRite, and ShopRite now has kind of adopted us, and they're going to be doing a makeover that's going to be involved with walk-in freezers and refrigerators. So without Catholic Charities, this would not have happened.
In this particular instance, Catholic Charities provided us the opportunity to be a connector to those who want to do good with a good deed and a charitable act. And what we're trying to accomplish in St. Francis is make it easier for those that are donating their time and energy and talent to serve those in need.
We are currently working with Father George Hafman of St. Mary's in Port Jervis to start a new food pantry because there are so many in need in his city.
This building was originally the convent, and we have all this empty space. So we took this room, which was filled with junk, and this will now be the food pantry. In Port Jervis, there are people who are living below the poverty line, but we also have people who are hovering at it or a little over it, who don't qualify necessarily for government assistance, but who are still in need. And so we anticipate that this will be a great service in helping those people.
Imagine what you would do if you faced eviction or lost everything in a fire. Catholic Charities helps low-income families, the homeless, and the displaced cope and resolve a variety of housing problems.
Our Resource Exchange is a wonderful program whereby a team of volunteers rents a truck on a Saturday morning, picks up donated furniture, and delivers it to people on our needs list so that they can return the truck at the end of the day empty. Last year, we allocated $5,000 to this program. We turned that into $250,000 worth of furniture exchange. We have far more donations than we can pick up, and with just a few more volunteers and with a little additional money, who knows what we could do in the county.
If it's a busy day at work, I'm tired at the end of the day. When I volunteer, it doesn't matter how much work there is. It's just very rewarding to be able to help people that really need the help.
Imagine if there were no gifts for your children at Christmas. Catholic Charities brings the gift of joy by connecting needy families with volunteers and donors.
There was really nothing underneath the tree. He didn't know he wasn't going to get anything. We thought it was going to be tight, but he didn't know he wasn't going to get anything.
It was a little bit sad because she's 2. No kid should have to worry about, well, not that she had to worry about anything, but nobody should have to look at their kid and wonder if they're going to have Christmas presents for them or if they're going to have food for them or anything of that nature. No, they should think that the world is full of rainbows and lollipops, not being afraid of not having enough.
My name is Anne-Marie Minnerly. I'm a Boy Scout leader with Troop 169 in Middletown, Mount Hope, New York. I first heard about the Adopt a Family program when I read an ad in my church bulletin. These boys decided to give up their Secret Santa at their Christmas party, and instead of giving presents to each other, to give presents to a family that was less fortunate.
We all figured out who was going to get for what person, what age, and we heard that the family had recently been homeless, so we went around and got basic household necessities that they would need, and we all worked together to make sure there wasn't a big overlap.
My family bought presents for the kids.
A few pair of shoes and silverware.
Cleaning supplies, a couple blankets.
Food, toys, clothes, toasters, appliances.
So we talked about the things that they take for granted, like having a blanket on their bed when they get cold, or being able to get up in the morning and have their bowl of cereal, and having a bowl and a spoon to do that with. And they had never really thought about the fact that not everyone has those things.
It just feels good, feel like a good person inside, and you know that someone somewhere, you just made their day.
It was amazing. It really was amazing. It totally, it was great. It was great to see a smile on his face. And that's all I'm here for, is to see him smile. That's all I can do.
Business sponsors, donors, and a strong board of directors enable Catholic Charities Community Services to help thousands of people every year.
In times like this, I think it's important for people that can to get out and help. We find and we look for organizations like Orange County Catholic Charity that are doing good quality work in communities, helping people in need. We're proud to be associated with Orange County Catholic Charities, and we look forward to doing more with them in the future.
They bring a human capital into the social service delivery system, and human capital is probably as important as financial capital. In that, they bring a lot of volunteers into our service delivery system that serve people in need through relationship building, through food delivery, through transportation, and a number of other wonderful ways.
When I first found out about it, I was like, yeah, I'm not Catholic, they're not gonna help me. But they help everybody. It doesn't matter what your age, race, your sexual preference, your age, your sex, it doesn't matter. They help you regardless.
Our approach is to help one person at a time. We consider each case individually.
There are people out there who will help you. And Catholic Charities is the people. They are the ones. They will help you. They'll help you with anything. All you need is just ask.
Something good for somebody. A helping hand holds the key, my friend. Do something good for somebody when you don't know what to do. Just do what you should. Do something good. The power of an act of love is more than just a favor. A chain reaction